Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to review Chanel's Cruise Collection 2023/2024, which played out at Paramount Studios in Los Angeles, US of A, baby. So we're going to watch the show. The video has been taken from the Chanel YouTube channel, so it falls under fair use. However, I have changed the music. I needed to take copyright-free music. Now, quick note, the music that they played during that fashion show was really very interesting. It played into the whole Hollywood momentum and drama because the first track was very much Hitchcock film noir thriller, loved it. Then it went into that, I guess, Felix the Cat or something music vibes with the French accent singing, you know, Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. And then it ends with kind of a swing 70s, 80s love romance movie type of vibe, almost like elevator music, but in a good way. Very imagine moonlighting. That's the original soundtrack. Now, obviously, I couldn't play that, so I went for another 80s vibe soundtrack. So bear with me. The soundtrack is copyright free. And we're going to be reviewing the show right now. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thumb up this video. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. superdacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. I got my live chats on the sidebar. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday and in the middle of the week as well. So let's watch this show together. I'm wearing Chanel, well, Chanel, a bit of Chanel, a bit of Chanel, a bit of Chanel, and a bit of Hermes, a bit of Vivienne Westwood, and Chanel makeup. I did the makeup to look, you know, like the show, the hair as well. They're very much my style at the moment with this particular show. Let's hit it. Okay, you guys. So this is Paramount Studios. It is kind of like a basketball course. Look at her go. Now, Virginie did say, like a day or two, somebody interviewed her about the inspiration for the show, and she said, yeah, 80s vibes, Venice Beach, aerobica galore, you know, Jane Fonda, Cindy Crawford, that's the whole vibe. But then I thought to myself, oh, great, they're going to book Jane Fonda to walk the runway and Cindy Crawford. That's going to be mythological. So here I am waiting for Jane Fonda and Cindy Crawford to hit the runway, right? So the first look, very Venice Beach. You see the hair, hers, I mean, they added extensions probably. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged, just my opinion. So we got this kind of leg warmers. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a moment. Bathing suits with the stars. It's like, let's go to the beach, but let's make it very, very Chanel. Now, don't forget, Virginie Viard is the artistic director here. So she's kind of, also she comes from a past of costume design for film and theater. So everything is very kind of minimal. You know what I mean? Okay, the butterfly tacky gold costume jewelry gots to go. I'm not liking the costume jewelry. The shoes have a light appeal. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But there's this kind of simplicity, and I think this is why the clothing has been successful for Virginie in terms of sales. At least that's what Chanel says, that the sales have been really good. Because she does tone it down and simplify it to a point where it is accessible to a lot of ladies out there. Living for the hair, living for the makeup. You see what we did there? Total Chanel look, makeup. Now, it's not a showstopper when you look at these pieces on the runway, but a lot of ladies out there really, really like to wear this stuff when it hits the shop, the stores, the shops, because apparently it's much more wearable than what, oh my God, love the hair, than what Carl used to do, right? Carl did costumes and moments for the runway. Virginie is doing meh for the runway, but very wearable off the runway. Don't forget that. Look at the bell-bottom sleeves. We got late 70s, actually even 60s flair going on here. This is late 60s, actually, more than 70s. Now, Virginie did say that she was inspired by Hollywood in the 70s, 80s, and 20s, 30s. So I'm also excited to see 20s and 30s inspirations. Now, this basketball court is not actually a basketball court. Later on, I've seen also photos after the show or before the show of people roller skating. So Chanel created a roller skating ring. This is in reality a roller skating ring / basketball ring, because a lot of the costume jewelry we're going to see are actual pendant basketballs in black and white. But yes, Chanel did organize this event, invited the guests, and did, I think also they organized the roller skates for people if they wanted to roller skate, either after or before the show. This is a dress. So this is one of the first looks that are kind of red carpet ready evening dresses. The hair is just, I mean, I can't with the hair. Love the Farrah Fawcett hair moment. So we got this kind of gradient ombre effect on the dress with the pizzo, and then the bag, which is kind of like a revisited 22 bag. Very, very deep and low. I don't really know what the use for that bag is. Maybe somebody in the chats can let me know. But more and more of these ladies are gonna show up with this particular really huge leather bag that has a little flap with a turn lock. A lot of knit. This is a lot of knitwear for a cruise collection. It looks like Hello Kitty. Was that Hello Kitty on her chest? Oh my God, that would be such a vibe. It looked like a little cat with a ribbon. I don't know. But thank goodness we haven't seen any bibs yet. I'm loving this moment of a corset. And then coming out from the underneath the corset is the bikini in gold. Very, very interesting combo. So the shoes with the heels, illuminated heels. You know, it's tacky. It's a novelty moment. It's a novelty piece. Why am I saying this? Because it's been done so many times before. Even Carl in the 90s did a literal light bulb heel. A Chanel heel in the shape of a light bulb, and yes, you could turn it on and off. Genius. But this was, we're talking 20, 30 years ago. Oh, the token model is here. She actually looks cute in pink, the token model. But token, I say, you know, she looks really voluptuous, but you know how Chanel, they're very picky. They only have 1 or 2 models that are a little bit extra sized for their standards. For ours, she looks healthy, but for their standards, she's... You see that bag? That looks like a ginormous... What is it for? Because I don't really see a purpose for... Oh, look at this little bondage moment. That little sweater with the choker attached to it. Interesting details. Wow, this is Barbie if I've ever seen one myself. Look at that jacket and those pants. I mean, sure, you could get it from another brand, but the whole idea was, I guess, Chanel making real... Oh my God, the hair to die for. It's like Chanel saying... really expensive day wear for the rich and the fabulous and the famous, you know. Just look at this Barbie vibe. Loving all the hues of pink. The fit, the bags, the Deauville bags looking like Louis Vuitton gradient bags that we've seen lately. This looks like Louis Vuitton more than Chanel, so I'm, you know what I mean? But I'm loving pink, and we know that Chanel and pink go hand in hand, and whenever they do it, you see, this looks like Louis. Oh my God, look at that. It's almost like a leotard moment. Such an 80s. This is like totally 80s. Virginie said 20s and 30s as well. Ah, the other token model. And again, why did they put that jacket on her? The sunglasses are to die for. Very 80s. We've seen them before. Also nothing groundbreaking, nothing new. But because they are Chanel and they got a little pink line going on top, must have. Now, floral for cruise, groundbreaking. I don't know. The star bag. This is going to be like the heart bag. Every addict of Chanel, you know, every Oompa Loompa that has to have the whole collection is going to have to get that bag. The bag, however, looks really cheap. So I would not recommend the bag. This total look, 80s galore. I'm still waiting, Virginie, for the 20s and 30s look, because you keep telling us, oh, you told us allegedly. Oh, by the way, you see the names of the models running on the Chanel basketball board? That is such an awesome touch and very respectful to the models, because as the model passes by, Chanel writes the name of the model on the board. And I think that's really, really cool, giving the models their moment as well. These bags, I really don't know what they're for. Does anybody know in the chats? Or let me know in the comment section down below if you know what the bags are for. And also be sure to also click and watch my video where we analyze every bag from this collection. That's coming in a separate video. And also in a separate video coming, my top 8 to 10 looks from the fashion show. We're gonna analyze those in depth as well. Look at that tiny little fluffy bag. Look at this whole overall outfit, the knitwear with the palms, the fluffy moldy palms. First cross of the collection. Chunky, very crystal heavy. There's a lot of pantsuits, which does not fit very well. You know, not many women can pull pantsuits off. Oh my God, I love the sunglasses. And the shorts and all that stuff, but it is LA, it is a cruise collection, so I get it. Like a lot of skin showing, fine. But I kind of would like to see more dresses, you know? And I still have not seen anything 20s and 30s visiony. Everything has been 80s. 2 looks were late 60s. There's some late 70s vibes, early 80s vibes. Most of this is early 80s, but I haven't seen anything Hollywood 20s and 30s. Nothing yet. So the novelty thing with the heel, we've just watched a video of a lady somewhere in the south of Europe with a Chanel seasonal shoe heel breaking, and it's just plastic inside, really poor quality. Allegedly, oh my God, the hair to die for. So I'm just saying, I would personally not buy the shoe here from this collection with the blinking LED light heel, because you know that shit there you go, that illuminated heel. That thing is like for the runway. And I get to take a photo, a little reel video on Instagram, but like you're gonna walk in this thing through the city and you might lose a heel, and you might lose a hip if you fall. Be very careful, you guys. Also not very much into the leather pants. They do tend to be, they weigh you down. They look heavy. They don't look light and ethereal like you would expect from Los Angeles. You know what I mean? So the roller skates are a theme, right? We have them. We have shirts and dresses bedazzled. Look, there's even a chain necklace with roller skates. Very Stranger Things 11 going to the roller skate ring in the 80s. Total 80s vibes. We have little, you know, mocktails, cocktails, palm trees. Now this might be a look for Visionese standards for the red carpet, and probably Kristen Stewart is going to wear this crappy thing like to the Cannes Film Festival or to the Venice Film Festival, but to me this is very subpar when it comes to evening dresses. Now you know that the Chanel collection is always like split up in different segments. They start off whimsical. We got the little, you know, leotard sporty pieces at the beginning, then we got the colorful whimsical pieces in the middle with the business attire, and then at the end the last portion of the collection is usually always darker toned suits for the red carpet, formal events. That's kind of how these collections are structured. So now we're at that part of the collection where we get to see more red carpet ready looks. This is giving me very much noir vibes. Like she has like nothing underneath. She comes to your hotel room and she's like, I've called you, where were you? And then like you don't know if she's the actual killer or the victim in the movie. This model is gorgeous, by the way, but again, this dress and skirt, okay, this piece is, I don't like it. This piece is terrible. In fact, you can see the inside of the cape of the coat. It's white on the inside. Like they didn't even line it. I don't know if it's not lined because it's a sample, the zigzaggy Red Room moment, a little bit too many sequins. And this is the show closer. This thing closes the show, again, pantsuit. This is not good enough to close the show. This is not good enough to close the show. And again, probably Kristen Stewart is going to wear this to another red carpet event, looking like, oh my God, the shade that was thrown at her at the Met Gala, because Kristen Stewart was dressed and looked just like, what's his name? The other guy that she used to date from Twilight. Pattinson, Robert Pattinson. Then he came to the red carpet as well that same evening, dressed like her, with his girlfriend. Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. So Kristen Stewart, girl. Okay, I am really enjoying this huge projection screen here in black and white, giving us almost like a thunderstorm, but then also aerobics and kind of like gym attire, like, yes, the Barbies are living. Margot Robbie was invited. She's front row here at the show. She's an ambassador of Chanel, and she's going to be releasing the Barbie movie this summer. So the fact that this collection has so many Barbie vibes, totally fits in to the movie that is coming out this summer, but also totally fits into Margot Robbie's current vibe. So is it a coincidence, or did Virginie get a little bit inspired by Margot Robbie's Barbie movie? I know these collections are done years in advance and planned out years in advance, but also movies are planned out years in advance, and Margot Robbie is in contact with Chanel and with Virginie Viard, so maybe she told her like 2 years ago, hey, you know, I'm going to be doing a Barbie movie. And then Virginie's like, oh, let me do a little something, huh? Wait. Barbie. So you can see again the total looks, like the entire looks. It starts off with that kind of, at the beginning there, you have the beach attire, sporty, leg warmers. Love the pink leg warmers, but I would not spend $3,000 for them, which is how much I think they're going to cost, just to have a Chanel name on. That corset with the bikini, to die for. Look at all the camellias on the lapel, living for it. The tweeds, there's a lot of pinks, a lot of sequins mixed with silk, lame, and satin. Colorway, we got from black to gold, earthy tones, a lot of pinks, a bit of orange. You can see there's a lot of sunset vibes, cardigan with the palm trees. 80s vibe. Full-on logo mania for those, for the nouveau riche, for the tacky rich that love their logos. You know, for the new rich, they're going to buy the tacky logo pieces. Not going to lie, I like a good logo if it's done in the right way. But that particular total look was not the best. And now Virginie's going to come out of somewhere, and she's going to look like she's lost as usual. You see the clouds and the storm brewing while they're all walking. It's giving, oh my God, and the hair. I mean, I'm telling you, styling-wise, production-wise, styling and production of this show, gorgeous. Really gorgeous. There she is. She's like, so did I make a little soup for you? We're going to have a little a rendezvous after the show. Yeah, I cook a little brasserie moment, a little baguette for all of you, and fromage. The fromage on me, okay? So, you guys, this was the Cruise 2023/2024 collection by Chanel. Let me say this. I'm quite critical of Virginie Viard, usually, right? Because she, it's kind of like every season, it's like we don't know, is it a new season, is it a past season? When the stuff is hanging in the boutiques, it all looks the same. And this is a critique that I have for her. And the latest the latest Métier d'Art collection, which is coming out in June into the boutiques, the Dacob collection, I was like, I'm not even going to pre-order anything, because what is this even? The Camellia Fall Winter collection, which is coming out then in, I guess, August, September. I was also like, what is this? Oh my gosh, travesty. So also total no. The Spring Summer Haute Couture collection with the dog bibs. The dogs as bibs. Girl, no. Absolutely no. But, sure, people come from me like, Dacob, you're always critical, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I praise where praise is due. Not gonna lie, this collection gave me several moments where I was like secretly excited. I'm gonna have to say, secretly excited for Chanel again. Like giddy excited. Maybe because I'm such a Barbie victim, everything Barbie, you give me Barbie in LA and I slay, ole. But yes, she could have done Barbie better. Of course. She didn't even try to do Barbie, but there's that cheap 80s vibe going on in this collection. Yes, I said it. Cheap, like the 80s that were like forgotten. She didn't give the cliche 80s. She didn't give the shoulder pads. She didn't give the more dramatic eye makeup like I'm giving now. She didn't deliver that. She made it movie ready. She compacted it, minimized it for the youth of today, the rich youth of today, right? In LA. Very clever what she did there. Very clever. Don't forget to click on my other video to watch the bag reviews. We're going to touch base on that as well in a separate video. And if you want to see what my favorite looks of the show are and why, be sure to click on that video as well. Now, let me get quickly to your chats. Catalina says, as a Barbie collector and Chanel collector, it's perfect, says Catalina. Now, we know that Carl in the 90s did that gorgeous collection with Claudia Schiffer as the main face. Early 90s. I have a couple of pieces from that collection. It was very Barbie heavy. It wasn't officially Barbie inspired, but it was very much plastic, fantastic, everything perfect, you know, but not so leger and breezy Venice Beach type of vibes like Virginie's doing LA wise. Carl in the 90s delivered a European version of a Barbie. Virginie delivered literally costumes for a modern day Barbie with a flair of the 80s. Because that's what she knows how to do. She knows how to do film costumes and theater. And that's what this looked like. Put this inside of a movie and you get a really cool look. Wear this on the streets just regularly, you might look like regular. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to think, oh, you're wearing $50,000 worth of a full look, total Chanel outfit from head to toe. And 50K is if you're like lucky, because usually it's over 100K if you want the shirt, the jacket, the pants, the shoes, the socks, the stockings, the bag, the accessories, and the makeup and the perfume. Even if it's pret-a-porter, total look from head to toe is going to cost you about almost, if not over, depending on the materials used, 100 grand. So obviously we're talking you have to buy from this collection that 1 or 2 pieces as separates that you're going to combine easier within your own wardrobe. So the question here is how to make this collection work for you. There's 2 ways. One, you get into the more simple pieces that don't stand out as much, which are easier to blend into your own wardrobe, and you call it a day. It's like not even necessarily something that is going to be remembered as the Cruise 2023/2024 collection, but it's just going to be a part of your classic wardrobe. Second option, you buy that one piece or 2 whimsical pieces that are totally out of this world, very Barbie, and you don't buy the total look because it's a bit much, the total look, but you just buy the one piece and you style it within your own wardrobe. And that's where Virginie shines. And I think that's why they're selling their clothing so well. Allegedly, that's what they say, because she's really good at separates. So a lot of people buy individual pieces and they feel comfortable buying them because they fit in very nicely within their own wardrobe. You see? So you can buy that one whimsical Barbie-esque piece and then you could tone it down or tone it up depending on how you wear your total look. I mean, your total look not being Chanel, but whatever you have in your own wardrobe. Or you can buy that simple piece that doesn't connect really to this collection, but it remains a classic Chanel staple within your wardrobe. And then it's timeless. Or you buy something more time-specific. I'm personally looking into the more time-specific pieces from this collection because it did reach a certain level of whimsy that I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying. You know? I'm enjoying. Josiah says same. Liked it. Oh, Tina says her shows make me sad. Caleb says, is she finding her voice? Is this one of her better shows? I like several looks. I like them too. Tyler says the sunglasses and the leg warmers are the staples for me. Okay, Tyler, so you're going to be getting the leg warmers and the sunglasses. I'm getting the sunglasses for sure. The leg warmers, they just would not look good on me. I might pull a Vivienne Westwood on them, buy the leg warmer and wear it on my arms here, like Vivienne would wear it, like as arm warmers. They might be a little bit too wide for that, but, and of course, if I get one, it has to be pink. Not the black or the white ones. Virginie VR's in the chats. I know Dacob secretly on my side. What a fabulous collection. Margot and Kristen loved it. Well, they've been paid to like it. But yeah. A Jazzercise Barbie, says Chilla. It felt like Jazzercise Barbie a little bit. Caleb says, are you thinking about getting any of the pieces? I already wrote to my sales associate. No bags. No leather bags. I said no to their leather, and I still am keeping my promise to myself because I'm not liking their leather. I've just been to the Chanel boutique a couple of days ago again. Actually, 2 days ago. And check the leather again. Subpar. Just my opinion to my standard. So, absolutely no. But the apparel... I have questions. I have written to my sales associate asking for, the size run and the prices because, they keep going up in price. And at this point, like, I don't know. What do they expect for shorts? Like the tiny knitwear shorts. How do they work up? What, $4,000? Like, because, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if those are the prices... Thank you. We're just going to buy the sunglasses and we're not, because honestly, you guys, I mean, there's a limit to these things. Like, you can't ask for so much money for something so little. There's like a limit to everything. And once that limit has been breached, I can still enjoy the collection from afar. I don't have to own any pieces from it. I can still just sit, look at it and say, oh, this looks cute. I don't have to own a piece, right? So there. You know what I mean? Now that the show is over, have we seen Jane Fonda on the runway? Have we seen Joan Crawford on the runway? 2 names that allegedly Virginie dropped in an interview for the styling right before the fashion show, a day or two before the fashion show. No, we did not see Jane Fonda or Cindy Crawford. Jane Fonda actually lives in California. They could have booked her to walk the runway. It would have been such an iconic moment to have this lady in her 80s. I think she's in her 80s or late 70s, early 80s. Still looking bombastic because she's still very sporty. Strutting the Chanel runway. Oh my gosh, to die for. Cindy Crawford as well. Why do you say you're inspired by them, but then we don't see them on the runway? And then the 20s and 30s looks. Can somebody please let me know if you've seen any 20s and 30s looks? Because I have seen none. So I don't know if Virginie at this point is a little bit delusional when it comes to what she thinks she's delivering as opposed to what she's actually delivering. Because I've not seen any 20s and 30s, no Jane Fonda and no Cindy Crawford. I've seen imitations of Jane Crawford and Jane Fonda and Cindy Crawford, but not the OGs. Well, maybe that's also the Hollywood vibe. Everything is a set. Everything is fake, The City of Lights is kind of a fake city. So maybe that's the whole point. It's like something that is reminiscent of something, but not quite the real thing. Well, be careful there, Miss Virginie, because if you're not delivering quite the real thing, you might not be delivering Chanel either. Heaven Blake says, I bet you're getting the collar. Oh, the little cardigan with the choker attached to it. Oh my God. Dreamy piece. I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. Be sure to also follow me on my Dacob CC, all spelled together, Chanel Instagram account. Well, not Chanel Instagram, dedicated to Chanel. It's a fan account. And also superdacob backup, all spelled together, my main superdacob Instagram account, where you get to see a lot of photos and little sneak peeks and previews before they even hit YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and thumb up the video. Love you loads. Bye.